So this little dog is named Happy. He's a male. He's about 2 years old, and we're gonna groom him. His A number is A2275104. Perfect little dog, huh, Charla?
Oh, what a cutie pie. And just bouncy and happy, and he knows sit with the hand signal, taking treats very gently. So as we can see, he needs to be groomed. This is what you would call a hypoallergenic baby, so he's some sort of poodle mix. Oh, sweetheart.
He loves you.
And, but remember, if they don't shed, you need to have them groomed and you need to brush them. Yeah. And, you know, that's not always the cheapest thing. So you've got to factor that into his care.
If you're not into grooming or can't afford to have them groomed, then don't get a dog like this.
I mean, so far he's not matted. He's just long.
But he's
and
need grooming
unbrushed.
Like once a month.
But you know, people don't think about, they don't want shedding around their house, but they don't factor in the fact that they need to be groomed. But he is really a good personality. He's not touch sensitive. He just wants me to hug him. Yeah, playful. What a little joy to have around.
Yeah, just a little perfect little companion. Again, his A number is A2275104. He's at the South LA shelter, and again, all of the dogs are neutered, spayed, vaccinated, microchipped. Come meet Happy.
Where's a good boy? Where's a good boy?
Happy little. And again, we're gonna get him groomed. Here we've got a cat whose name is currently Sesame Seed, which you can change if you like. He is a neutered male. His A number is A2275614. It says that he's 8. What do you think about Sesame Seed, Charla?
Very, very loving. He's dealing with a little bit of skin problems, so probably needs just a good diet and to live indoors and lots of love because he's very loving. I think he'll fit in very quickly.
I love his coloring.
He's gorgeous. He's a white and red, and he just wants to be loved. If this is a cat that you're going to take him home, he's going to be on your lap and in your face, just loving. And so, what a great companion.
Right.
He does have a clipped ear, so you know he was outside.
Somebody thought he was a feral cat. Obviously, he's not.
Obviously, he's not feral. But somebody loved him when he was a kitten, and for whatever reason, just left him.
A lot of times, the people that spay and neuter feral cats for free, even though it's a domesticated cat, they insist on clipping the ear. So that may have happened.
Yeah, well, and that just says, it tells the whole neighborhood that he's altered so that they don't scoop him up and take him to the shelter.
Okay, Sesame Seed, A2275614. Very sweet kitty. Come and adopt him. Okay, so now we've got 3 kittens. And the kittens' A numbers, there's 2 males and a female. These 2, the gray and white ones, are both males. They're 3 months old. Their A numbers are A2275612 and A2275609. And then the gray striped tabby is a female. She's also 3 months old. I assume they're siblings. Her ID number is A2275610. What do you say about kittens, Charla?
Ooh, put on your seatbelt and get ready for the ride. They are tons of fun. And, you know, if you want to shut off the TV and just enjoy your cats, get all 3.
Yeah.
And you know, you only need the same amount of litter boxes, the same amount of toys, because they all share, as you see. And they won't do as much damage in your house because they're going to be busy playing with each other. And then when you come home, they're going to be cuddly and ready for your lap. So, what's what's not to love?
You don't have to worry about them being lonely or bored when you've got more than
No
one.
guilt, right? No guilt. You go to work and you know that they have toys and they have each other, and you come home and they're ready to cuddle and say hi to the family and just be snuggly. You know, two to three kittens, much better than one kitten. One kitten, you got to think about keeping it busy. These guys are just going to keep each other busy. Yeah, what?
Kittens are fun. They are a little bit more work than an adult cat sometimes, but what a joy. Okay, so now Charlotte's with these two gorgeous male cats who are best buds. And they are 2 years old, and their A number is A227471 and A2274710. And ideally, they will get adopted together, right, Charlotte?
Ideally, yes. So this is the flip side of the little monsters that we just seen, the three brothers. You know, here you have they'll keep each other company and still want to love on you, but they're not rowdy. They're already beyond that. They're probably cats play their entire lives. I've seen 18-year-old cats that play. So you don't have to worry about getting something playful, but these guys are settled and they're just going to be calmer and easier around the house.
And they're absolutely gorgeous.
The markings on this one are incredible. Look at those beautiful tabby markings with the white. I mean, he's just gorgeous, and he's making sure that's his brother. Yeah, and then this sweet boy, I mean, typical that the reds are super loving, but this, I mean, just wonderful, wonderful personalities. And remember, you start them off in a bathroom for, until you can walk in and they walk up to you. But that might only be an hour or two. You just want them to get used to the sounds in your house, in your building.
Okay, so these two are best buds. Ideally, they'll go together. Again, A2274711 is the buff, and the tabby is A2274710. But come and get these guys together. It'd be so much fun to have them together. And they've spent their whole lives together. They love each other. Adopt them together. So these little guys are only 8 weeks old. They are both, one's a male and one's a female. It's hard to tell them apart, but the one with the yellow collar is a male. And they're kind of medium-haired. And the yellow-collared one, the male, is A2274860. And the one in the back that's a little more shy is a female, and her number is A2274859. They do not have names at the moment, so you get to name them originally. They're only 8 weeks old, so they're babies. Tell us about getting little babies like this, Charlotte.
So these guys, I'm trying to show the pattern. This is actually a black tabby. So that tabby marking is probably going to come out more, and so is the brother. Beautiful, beautiful kittens. And so these guys, again, I keep talking about taking them home and putting them in the bathroom and getting them used to, the house and you. These guys are going to be in the bathroom a little bit longer, and you can let them out while you watch them and then put them back in the bathroom just so that they know exactly where their litter box is, where their food is. And that way you don't have to worry about them getting into anything. And also, when you've got little guys like this, you have to remember if you have draperies and anything with long dangly stuff, that you need to make sure that those are up or safe for the kittens, because they're going to play with it and they can get themselves wrapped in it and actually harm themselves. So that's the only thing when you got these little guys. You kind of have to watch a little more and protect them like they're an infant.
Right, exactly. These little guys are still pretty vulnerable because they're so young. So you got to keep them indoors. And we want you to keep all cats indoors, but especially when they're little like this, right, Charlotte?
Absolutely. You have to remember that cats live a lot longer and can live actually to be 20 or 21 if they're kept indoors. But babies like this, if they get outdoors, they have no common sense. They just don't know. And they're also prey. So they're easily killed, and they get into stuff they shouldn't be in. So we got to protect them. They're not going to know. And you can see they will play with just about anything. So, but yeah, these are gorgeous, gorgeous kittens. They're going to be.
Again, 2 is better than 1. They'll play with each other and have a great time and entertain you while they're doing it.
Yeah. What a cute baby. And though she seemed shyer when, in the cage, but look, she's not, you can handle her fine. She's not unsocial. She's very social. She's just going to watch things a little more and make sure that it's safe before she comes out. Where he's a typical boy, he's just going to jump in with all fours.
Okay, come see these little babies. There's lots of kittens here, you guys. We're just showing you a few of them today because that's all we have time for. But it is officially kitten season, and most of the city shelters have kittens right now. So now we have a little tuxedo kitten. He's 10 weeks old. He's a male, and his A number is A2272254. And again, we got a little kitten, Charla.
So this little baby is a little under-socialized, so take her home. Again, put him in the bathroom, sit in there and play with them, get some of the soft treat and work with this baby. And it's going to warm up really quick, and then it's going to be a great, great pet. But you can see the sibling is very social. This one's just a little more cautious. So it doesn't mean that that you shouldn't adopt them. It just means that they're going to take a little more time. But once they warm up, they're going to be so bonded to you.
We're not talking about the gray tabby because she has been adopted. But you can adopt another kitten with him and raise them together, and again have that perfect situation of them playing with each other all the time.
Yeah, and you can see he's not unsocialized. He's just a little more cautious about being touched by a stranger that kind of smells like dog. So that doesn't mean that you should take anything about it. There's so many sounds and everything here. Give these guys that are a little shyer a chance.
So now Charlotte is with Victoria, and Victoria is a female. She's about 2 years old. She is a Duluth tortie, as they say, and most torties are female. Her A number is A2275664. Let's talk about Victoria, Charla.
So this sweet girl is barely an adult herself and has had bunches of babies and threw these gorgeous, gorgeous red babies. And now she deserves her own home. She's done her job. Unfortunately, whoever owned her before did not get her spayed and neutered, so she's had to raise these kittens. And now it's her time to get her own home and be loved and get all the attention. Huh. Yeah.
It's kitten season, so there's a lot of moms, and they need homes too, so don't forget about the moms, please.
Yeah, it's not their fault, and it's our fault. We didn't, whoever owned them before did not take care of them and make sure that they were altered. And but she's done a great job. She raised nice, healthy kittens, and look how beautifully marked she is. She just looks, Mother Nature just did such a good painting job on her. Yeah. She's got this gorgeous, gorgeous markings and just so sweet.
The color,
great. Oh, you were talking about color?
I'm just going to say they call it a Duluth tortie because normally a tortie has black and a Duluth tortie has gray. So that's our show. I hope you saw a dog or a cat that you want to rush down to the South LA shelter and adopt. But if you didn't, again, laanimalservices.com, you can see all of the animals at all 6 LA City shelters at that website. It also has a wealth of information about animal care and information about fostering, donating, and volunteering. They need all of those things. So if you can't adopt, there are other ways to help. We'll see you next time on Adopt a Pet Today.